Good morning, everybody. Those of you joining us by YouTube, Facebook, how y'all doing this morning? Hope you're having an awesome Thursday morning. Hey, Miss Deb. Hey, Elena. What's up, Josh? I got all of you on YouTube. Say hello to me so that I know that you're there. I know you're there, but I want to know who's there. Veronica, what's happening? Miss Madeline, Shanta, what's happening? How y'all doing, man? John Rico, what's up? Happy Thursday, everybody. Hey, Miss Dion, how you doing? Tashara T, what's up? Hey, Miss Cynthia, all the way from Missouri. Brother Ori. Hey, Helen, how you doing this morning? Hope everybody's good. Hey, Miss Geraldine, what's happening? Somebody ought to start a watch party. Somebody ought to start a watch party. What's up, Miss Christy? Hey, T, what's happening? How you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. Hey, Miss Iris, what's happening, everybody? Hope y'all doing good this morning. I am excited. Hey, Miss Heidi, how you doing? I'm excited, man. The reason why I'm excited is because we start a new series on Sunday at both campuses, and we're going to be talking about how to get healthy this year in 7 areas of your life. How to get healthy in 7 areas of your life is going to be real good. Kaylani, what's happening? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Miss Faye. This Sunday, I'm going to be talking about goal setting. But I'm excited about this morning, especially for you guys, because with all of the information that I have on goal setting, I'm not going to be able to get to all of it on Sunday. But let me back up. Let me say this first. And I wanted to come on and talk to you guys earlier this week, and my week got busy and I just didn't get a chance to do it. Here's what I want to say to you. And I was sharing this with our leadership team at both campuses. What's up, Jonah? At both campuses. Here's the deal. On Monday, we ended, hey, Chevy, a fast. And all throughout this fast, many of you were telling me how God blessed you through the fast, how you experienced God through the fast, and how you felt God's presence during the fast, and how you got rid of distractions, and as a result of you getting rid of those distractions, you saw the activity of God in your life during this fast. And I just want to encourage you in this way. Monday, when I got up while I was in my devotion, I was praying, and I felt impressed because what I gave up was television. I gave up some food for part of the fast, but the major thing that I gave up was television and social media, except for ministry. And I didn't realize the huge distraction that television and social media had become for myself. I can't say it for you, but for myself, I was doing it so much to where it became a distraction away from the things of God. And I didn't even realize how much until we did this fast. And I was reading while we were on the fast, like a book a week. Uh, and one week I even read 2 books because I didn't have the distraction. I was doing more preparation time, spending more time with God. And it was just a really good season for me. Coming off the fast Monday morning, I'm in my prayer time, and what I got was, all right, you've killed the distraction. You've gotten rid of the distraction, and you realize how much you got done without the distraction. You realize how productive you were without the distraction. You realize how you gotten closer to God without your distraction. Why go back to it? And the verse that came to mind was 2 Peter 2:22, where the Bible says they are like the proverb, which says, a dog returns to its vomit, uh, a wallowing sow after being washed returns to wallow in the mud. And the thing that I got was, don't go back to the mud. Don't go back to the vomit. You've gotten freed up from it. You've gotten rid of that distraction. Don't go back to it. Uh, you have this communion with God, this fellowship with God. You've gotten rid of what was in the way of it. Why would you go back to it? Why would you put that back in your life when, for me personally, man, y'all, during this fast, I saw God show up in my life in ways that I hadn't seen him show up in a very long time. And as I taught the other Sunday, a lot of times we want to see God show up and God wants to show up. It's not that he doesn't want to show up. It's just that we got stuff clogging our lives and getting in the way where we don't have enough room for him to show up. And during this fast, many of you, just like me, you got rid of what was clogging the lines. And as a result of you getting rid of what was clogging the lines, God showed up in your life. And I just want to tell you, just like I heard, don't go back to the mud. If you gotten rid of a distraction that was keeping you away from the things of God, don't go back to the mud. If in your life you become more productive as a result of those 21 days, don't go back to the mud. If you're reading more, if you're exercising more, some of you experience weight loss as a result of the fast. Some of you are getting more time in with God, all because you got rid of the distraction. Listen to me. Don't go back to the mud. And I'm not saying that you should cut everything out that you cut out during the fast, but you know what it is that you should leave out and what you might be able to bring back in. Maybe you don't do as much. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be there. Yes, 2 Peter 2:22, Miss Christie. Uh, uh, I lost where I was. Oh, maybe you don't do as much as you were doing before. But my point is, don't go back to the mud. You've been freed. You've been delivered. You're more productive. Stay on that path. Here's the danger for us. Here's the danger for us. The danger for us is that the same stuff that you saw God do in those 21 days, the same way that you experienced him in those 21 days. You got to hear me on this. God wants to show up like that all the time in your life. He wants you to experience that all the time. Watch this. You got goals for 2020. You have things you want to accomplish for 2020. Things you want to see God do for 2020. Ways you want God to show up in 2020. And you figured out some secret sauce in these 21 days. Why go back to the mud? You got the rest of the year that you want to be productive. You got the rest of the year that you want to be focused. You have the rest of the year that you want to accomplish things and that you want to see God show up in your life. Why reclog the lines where God can't get through? Why reclog the lines where you're not as productive? Don't contribute to your own failure this year. If you've X some things out during that fast, and some of you weren't fasting with us, but you were fasting with your own church or whatever. If you've X some things out during that fast and you saw some good things come from it, why go back to it? Hey, listen, yeah, it was sacrifice, but go back and listen, go to YouTube and listen to the sermon from Sunday. Dr. A. Nathan Young, if you hadn't subscribed, and those of you who are on YouTube, listen to the sermon from Sunday. Nothing great happens without sacrifice. Anything great that you're going to accomplish, it's going to require some sacrifice. And so if you sacrifice for 21 days, then you know that you can sacrifice for even longer. So just stick with it and watch what God does. Watch how much better 2020 is for you. Watch how much more productive you are in 2020. Here's the other thing. I'm gonna be talking about this Sunday. Set some goals. Set some goals. You got to set some goals, and with those goals, be prepared to sacrifice in order to accomplish those goals. Set some goals, and with those goals, be prepared to sacrifice in order to accomplish those goals. Listen, listen, listen. Most of us have goals that we've set for 2020. But here's the thing, the difference between the people who are going to accomplish those goals in 2020 and the people who are not going to accomplish those goals in 2020 are the people who are willing to sacrifice. Now, some of us, we hadn't set any goals. And the reason why you need to set goals in every area of your life is goals focus your energy. They keep you from wasting time. They keep you from wasting money. They keep you from wasting energy. They keep you from doing meaningless things. They keep you focused. And focus is the key to an effective life. That's why the fast was so good. And that's why you got to sacrifice, because you can't do everything and accomplish anything. It's just not possible. So something's gonna have to be sacrificed. Is the key to success in life is not these 50 things that I dabble in. It's not these 100 things that I do. Paul says this one thing I do. And here's the other thing with your goals. Make sure that your goals are big enough for God to get in on. Make sure your goals are big enough for God to get in on. See, the calling God has for your life is bigger than you. The calling that God has for your life is way bigger than you. It's if God's gonna get in on it, it has to be something that you can't achieve on your own. Something that on your own strength, you're too weak to do. See, if the calling on your life, if the goals that you set for your life aren't bigger than you, then your goals probably aren't big enough. If the goals in your life don't require you to sacrifice and don't drive you to your knees, then you're probably not setting big enough goals. And here's the other thing: set big goals. But here's the thing: get used to short-term failure while you're chasing long-term goals. Get used to short-term failure while you're chasing long-term goals. When you have long-term goals require short-term setbacks. I'm going to say that again. Long-term goals require short-term setbacks. Here's the reason why. Because if you got a long-term goal and there are no short-term setbacks, that means that you set a goal that you know you can accomplish. You set an easy goal. And here's the thing. If you're doing anything where God's going to be involved, anything that's a big goal where you're stretching yourself, here's what you got to know. Everybody's going to have setbacks. You're going to blow it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have failure. Somebody failed during this fast, and because you failed during the fast, you didn't start fasting again. You gave up the fast. Well, everybody has setbacks. Everybody blows it. Everybody makes mistakes. We all have failures. And failure is the only way you can succeed. Failure is the only way. You cannot succeed in life without failing. Why? Because the way that you learn on the way to your goal is by failing. The way that you learn what not to do is by failing. You learn what works when you fail. You learn what doesn't work when you fail. As a matter of fact, let's not even call it, and I think I said this before, let's not even call it failure again. Let's call it education. Let's not even call it failure. Let's call it education. So it's required if I'm going to accomplish my goals. And here's the other thing: I don't fail. I don't fail when I make a mistake. I don't fail when I have a setback. I don't fail when I blow it. I fail when I quit trying. I fail when I stop attempting to succeed. I fail when I don't get back on. I fail when I give up on my goal. I told a story before. We have a horse at my house. We country. I'm not sorry. We country. That's how we rock. That's what we do. We country. I live in the country. We got country stuff like horses. We're gonna get chickens at some point. My wife has informed me, and she want goats, and we got a garden, and we country. All right, that's who we are. We country. All right. So we got a horse, man. And one Saturday, my son was out and he was riding the horse, and I was preparing for my sermon, and I was like, Lord was like, go spend some time with your son. And I was like, I don't feel like riding no horse. I don't feel like being out there. I'm getting ready for my sermon. I was like, go spend some time with your son. So I go out there, and the guy who keeps the horses for us, he's out there with my son. And they're that's right. Call me Big Country, Cole. They're out there and they're riding the horse. And I go out there and I say, let me get on the horse. And he was like, you sure, Pastor? I said, yeah, man, I've been riding horses all my life. My family's from Sun. This is what we do. I'm a young from Sun. We ride horses, man. It's what we do. I get up there on that horse, man. And as long as my son was on the horse was calm. But for whatever reason, YouTube followers, when I got on the horse, this horse started acting a plumb fool. He started bucking and jumping and going crazy and acting a fool. And I had told the guy who keeps the horses to let me just ride him because I know how to ride a horse. For whatever reason, this horse ain't like me. And he jumped this one time. And I don't know if you've ever seen the world from a sideways view like this. But when I started seeing things from a sideways view like this, I knew that this is not about to be good, and it's not about to feel good. It's gonna hurt. And I was seeing the world sideways, and it seemed like about 5 minutes before I actually came up off the horse, and I felt myself in the air. And I seemed like I had time enough to say, Lord, if you could just put some pillows or a nice fluffy mattress on the ground for when I land, meet me in the dying hour, because if you don't, I know this is not about to be good. And when my body hit the ground, let's just say that day I had a clogged line because God ain't hear my prayer, and it hurt really bad. My everything hurt. Nothing wasn't broke, but my everything hurt. And and I got up off the ground. The guy had grabbed the horse, and everything hurt immediately, not the next day, right then. And I said, the guy was like, "You all right, Pastor?" I said, "Yeah." And my son kept asking me, "Dad, you all right? You all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right." And I said, "Give me the horse." And they looked at me. I said, "Give him to me." And the guy was like, "You sure, Pastor?" I said, "Yeah." My son said, "Dad, you gonna get back on?" I said, "I got to, son." I said, "The only way I win is if I get back on." What are you saying? I'm saying, as it relates to your goals this year, even for some of you, you started out the year and you had some goals, some weight loss goals, some gym goals, some goals for God, some other things. And already in February, you failed. You've had a setback. You've blown it. You've made some mistakes. You've gotten it wrong. You ate what you shouldn't have ate. You did what you shouldn't have done. You didn't do what you should have done. And already you've given up for the year. And here's what you got to know. You got to get back on. You got to get back on. You got to get back on. Why? Because that's the only way you're going to win. You got to get back on because that's the only way you'll ever have a chance to succeed. You got to get back on the horse. You have to get back on. Failure is a part of it. Failure is a part of it. Now watch this. Here's the other thing you got to know. You got to know that whatever it is that you're trying to get done, it's God's battle to fight, and he wants to fight it through you. But the only way he can fight it through you is if you get back on. If when you fail, you get up, you dust yourself off, and you get back on. You have to. Now watch this. That's also why your failure, your setbacks, your mistakes is also why you ought to make sure that the goals you set are spiritual goals. For some of us, you know, our goals have nothing to do with God. They have nothing to do with God. See, you got to get in the habit of asking yourself about your goals. How is this goal going to give God glory? How is this goal? How do I get God in on this goal? For some of us, it might be an area in your life where God asked you to move in a certain direction or do something because you're afraid you hadn't done that. For some of us, your goal might simply be consistency for God. But you got to get in the habit of asking yourself, watch this, is this a goal that's going to honor God? Can I do this goal in a way that honors God? How am I going to please God by doing what I'm trying to do? How am I going to bring God glory by what I'm trying to do? Watch this. Is it going to cause me to trust him more? Is it going to cause me to depend on him more? Is it going to cause me to love him more? What about other people? Is it going to cause me to show other people the love of God more? Are my goals going to cause me to serve God better or more? You all know I've been bringing you with me along my weight loss journey. And, one of the things that I've included as a part of my weight loss journey is the fact that if I get this weight off of me, in other words, if I become more healthy, then I can serve God's kingdom longer. I can do a better job of serving God because I'll have more energy. In other words, I figured out a way to make sure that God is going to be honored by me accomplishing this goal. Why? Because I want God to honor what I'm trying to do. And so you got to ask yourself, is it going to bring me to a place where I'm less selfish? Listen to me. There are just certain goals that God's not going to honor. What kind of goals? Well, it depends on the motivation. God's not going to bless a goal that's motivated by greed. Why I want to make a lot of money. Okay, and you want to make a lot of money. Why would God bless that? What motivation does he have? He's not going to bless a goal that's motivated by competition. I want to be better than the other people in my company. Okay, and why? For what? What's the motivation? He's not going to bless a goal that's motivated by envy. He's not going to bless a goal that's motivated by greed or grudges or guilt. He's not going to honor a goal that's based on worry or anxiety or fear or anything like that. He's not going to bless a goal that's motivated by your ego, by your pride, by materially. You listen to me. God, there are certain goals God just not going to honor. You got to ask yourself, how is this goal? How's accomplishing this going to help me give God more glory? And now I can get God involved on what I'm doing. Watch this. You can't run over people to get to your goal and expect God to bless it. You can't mess up your marriage trying to get to your goal and expect God to bless it. You can't misuse your friends and misuse people trying to accomplish something and then expect God to cheer while you abuse people, while you're trying to climb up the ladder of success, but you're abusing people. Watch this, and I've seen people do it before. And then when you get there, say, first I want to thank God for man, what God you serving? Not the God I serve. No, you got it twisted. So I have to ask myself, in what way is accomplishing this goal gonna help me to honor God? And then make sure that the goals that I set is big enough for God to get involved on. And the last thing is, please, I want to stress this to you. Don't give up on your goals. Failure is a necessary part of achieving your goals. If you've already gotten off track with the goals that you set in January and things you're trying to do, get back on track. Just get back up and try it again. You lost 1 month out of 12. You lost 30 days out of 365. That's not much. Hit the reset button. Look, a good day to start. February 1st is just as good a day to start as January 1st. But y'all New Year, you can say, tell everybody, y'all following the crowd. I'm being an innovator. Your New Year started January 1st. Mine starting February 1st. And if they ask why, I say, because I don't follow the crowd. I got my own mind. But get back on, man. Don't let your failure stop you from pushing. I'm going to be speaking on this more on this Sunday, man. I'm super excited about it. You ought to be in the building at one of our campuses, 1148 North Columbia Street in Covington, at 745 and 11, or 57209 Allen Road in Slidell at 9 o'clock a.m. Sunday morning. If you just can't get to us, we live stream our sermons from the Covington campus at 11:15 on Sundays. And do me a favor, check us out, man, at 7:30 on Sunday mornings on WHNO. And for those of you who can't get WHNO, go to WUPL 8:30 Saturday mornings for What's Up with Dr. A. Nathan Young. Spread the word. And I need y'all to do me a favor. Go to my YouTube channel. Just do this for your boy, man. I told you I fell off the horse. You ought to feel sorry for me, feel bad for me. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel because you feel bad for me because I fell off the horse. I fell off the horse. But I'm a survivor. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. A. Nathan Young. God bless y'all. Hope y'all have a good day, man. I'm out.